Welcome. Today we will be talking about the characteristics of an entrepreneur. So today, um, that's what we're going to talk about today. So management experts have preoccupied themselves over the years and over time with the search for universal traits, like people will call it, universal traits of successful entrepreneurs. The questions often asked are: Is the entrepreneur a different kind of person with distinct characters or character traits? Are entrepreneurs born or are they made? See, these questions poses a opportunity for several answers. So, whether the entrepreneurial tendencies exist at birth or are developed as a person matures, certain traits are usually evident in those who enjoy success. Many of these traits have been found in successful managers as well as entrepreneurs, according to scholars. Today, we intend to explain the characteristics of an entrepreneur. When we say characteristics, we simply mean unique identifiers. So we intend to explain the unique identifiers of an entrepreneur. Those unique traits or character traits, which when you see them in a person or when you see them in a business, in someone running a business, you can surely say that such a person is an entrepreneur. Now, several character traits have been identified with successful entrepreneurs. Some of the most important ones are: 1. Passion for the business; 2. Tenacity despite failure; 3. Confidence; 4. Self determination; 5. Management of risk; 6. Seeing changes as opportunities; 7. Tolerance for ambiguity; 8. Initiative and need for achievement; 9. Detailed orientation and perfectionism; 10. Perception of passing time; 11. Creativity; 12. Ability to see the big picture. All right. And then that's 12. And 13. Motivating factors. And then 14. Self efficacy. All right. Now let's explain these important character traits. By passion for the business as a characteristics, we mean that entrepreneurs must have a burning passion for the business. The entrepreneur must have more than a casual interest in the business because he or she must overcome many hurdles and obstacles. If there is no passion or consuming interest, the business will not be or will not succeed. By tenacity despite failure as a characteristics, we mean that in business there would be hurdles and obstacles, yet the entrepreneur must overcome them. That tenacity is unique to the entrepreneur. Many successful entrepreneurs succeed only after they have failed several times. It has been stated that successful entrepreneurs don't have failures, they have learning experiences. Now, by confidence as a character trait or characteristics, we mean that the entrepreneurs are confident in their abilities and the business concept. They believe that they have the ability to accomplish whatever they set out to do. This confidence is not unfounded. It's not just baseless. It's not unfounded. However, often they have an in-depth information or knowledge of the market and the industry, and they have confident or they have conducted months of investigation that has created confidence in them. Of course, it is common for the entrepreneur to learn an industry while working for someone else, and this allows them to gain knowledge and make mistakes before striking out on their own. Now, self-determination as a characteristics. Nearly every authority on entrepreneurship recognizes the importance of self motivation and self determination for entrepreneurial success. Therefore, self determination is a crucial sign of a successful entrepreneur because successful entrepreneurs act out of choice. They are never victims of fate. They believe that their success or failure depends on their own actions. This quality is known as internal locus of control. Now, management of risk. Risk is at the very heart of running a business, and the ability to manage risk is one of the qualities of any successful entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs often define the risks early in the process and minimize them to the extent possible, to the very minimal extent as they can. Now, the next is seeing changes as opportunities. This is a characteristics an entrepreneur possess. We mean that entrepreneurs see changes as normal and necessary. They search for change, they respond to it, and exploit it as an opportunity, which is the basis of innovation. Okay, so to most people, change is often frightening and is something to be avoided. But for the entrepreneur, he embraces it and takes advantage of it. Another characteristic is tolerance for ambiguity. We mean by this that the life of an entrepreneur is unstructured. An entrepreneur's life has been described as a professional life riddled with ambiguity, a consistent lack of clarity. The successful entrepreneur feels comfortable with this uncertainty. So you can see that when you see an entrepreneur, despite the uncertainty, he still has his confidence and comfort in that space. Now, the next is initiative and the need for achievement. Almost everyone, especially scholars, agree that successful entrepreneurs take the initiative in situations where others may not. Many people have good ideas, but these ideas are not converted into actions. But entrepreneurs act on their ideas because they have a high need for achievement. That achievement motive is converted into drive, an initiative that results in accomplishment. Now, the next character trait is detail orientation and perfectionism. Entrepreneurs are often perfectionists and strive for excellence, all right, or perfection. Attention to detail and the need for perfection results in a quality product. However, this often becomes a source of frustration for employees who may be or who may not be perfectionists themselves, and the overbearing nature of the entrepreneur who is a perfectionist may frustrate them. Now, the next is perception of passing time. Entrepreneurs are aware that time is passing quickly and they therefore often appear to be impatient. You will notice that most entrepreneurs may be impatient. All right. Now, the next is creativity. One of the reasons entrepreneurs are successful is that they have imagination and can navigate alternative scenarios. They have to be they have the ability to recognize opportunities that other people do not see. They see things differently. The next character trait is the ability to see the big picture. All right, to see the big picture. By this, we mean that entrepreneurs often see things in a holistic sense. They can see the big picture when others are only seeing things in parts. One study found out that successful owners of manufacturing firms gather more information about the business environment and more often than those who were less successful. This process, known as scanning the environment, allows the entrepreneur to see the entire business environment and the industry at large and helps them to formulate the larger picture of the business activities. This is an important step in determining how the company will compete. Now, the next is motivating factor. Although many people believe that entrepreneurs are motivated by money, other factors are actually more important. The need for achievement, mentioned earlier, and a desire for independence are more important than money. Entrepreneurs often decide to start their own business in order to avoid having bosses. Many are self employed for less pay than they would have received if they worked for someone else. Studies have shown that approximately 3,000 entrepreneurs identified the following factors as very important reasons for being self employed. One is to use personal skill and abilities. Two is to gain control over his or her own life. Three is to build something for the family. And four, because he or she liked the challenge, so he engages in it. And then five, to live how and where he or she chooses to live. So you see, these are the motivating factors for entrepreneurs. Other studies have identified other motivating factors such as need for recognition, need for tangible and meaningful rewards, and a need to satisfy expectation. Now, the next is self-efficacy. By self-efficacy as a characteristics of an entrepreneur, we mean that a self-efficacy influences a person's entrepreneurial intentions. Self-efficacy has been defined as a person's belief in his or her capability to perform a task. Studies have also shown that a sense of personal efficacy that is both accurate and strong is essential to the initiation and persistence of performance in all aspects of human development, as well as develop functional and dysfunctional habits in the ways the entrepreneurs think. So, as entrepreneurs may develop a habit of opportunity thinking, a functional habit that focuses on opportunities and positive ways of handling challenging situations. A habit of opportunity thinking makes a person more likely to pursue entrepreneurship. Okay, that is about it for today concerning the characteristics of an entrepreneur. In our next video, we'll be talking about the advantages and disadvantages of entrepreneurship.